Welcome to The Hive is Alive, a digital marketing podcast from Apiary Digital. I'm your host, Tess Berry. On this episode, we will be talking with Alyssa Allen of Apiary Digital to discuss messenger ads. This is part one of a series. In upcoming episodes, we'll talk more about chatbot functionality for marketing and the shift in how brands can communicate with consumers. Hello, hi. We are on the phone with Alyssa Allen from Apiary Digital Media Collective. Hello, Alyssa.
Hey, Tess. How's it going?
Pretty well. Alyssa is one of our Apiary Digital consultants who has quite a bit of experience, especially in digital marketing, especially in social. You've been client side, you've been platform side, so you know a bit about what's going on and what's been around.
Thanks. If that's the idea, let's hope I can live up to my name.
Okay, great. So on today's episode, we're going to be discussing Facebook Messenger ads, which are pretty new relatively. So I've been hearing the word messenger ads mentioned, and I've seen some messenger ads in my app, but I don't really know much about them yet. So just kind of starting at a high level, what is the draw for using Facebook Messenger to serve ads? Why should I be putting my ads there?
As far as the draw and appeal of using, Facebook Messenger as a platform to buy ad space, I think, the numbers are there and people are using it. So I think initially people were pretty upset about being forced essentially to use this new messaging app. I know I was personally sort of against it because I didn't want another mobile app on my phone. But ultimately, people started using it. Facebook just released this 2017 sort of state of Messenger. And they released some pretty compelling numbers. They stated that 1.3 billion are using Messenger every month.
Wow.
There's 7 billion conversations daily. Yeah. So definitely the people are there and the users are there. So I think that is in itself a good reason to, utilize the ad space and make sure that you're reaching people that are actually using the Messenger app.
Absolutely. So that would mean that Facebook Messenger app is one of the most used apps where the largest audience is on mobile. So that seems
Agreed.
like a pretty compelling case.
Yeah, you got to be where the people are.
Absolutely. So let's talk about the primary ad placement through Facebook Messenger app. This is the one that shows up within the home screen. Could you just tell us a bit about what that ad looks like and where does it go to? Where are we sending consumers?
Yeah. So when you essentially launch your Messenger app on your mobile device, you are then brought to your home screen, which has your most recent conversations, and then sort of the people that you chat with the most. It lists a story if they've posted a story. Facebook is really trying to get users to post a story similar to an Instagram story or a Snapchat. So that is all housed right there on your home screen. So that ad and then their main ad unit lives on the home screen and looks just like an ad would in your newsfeed on your mobile device. So it's usually about 4 or 3 conversations down so that it's essentially still visible on your home screen. But yeah, it just lives within the homepage, lives within your chats, and that ad can actually go to a website. So if you're an advertiser and you want to send people to your site, you can do a click to website ad. So that ad will just click open within a browser in the Messenger app so that the user isn't necessarily leaving the app experience. They're just opening a browser window within the app. Or you can also actually start a conversation from some of these ads. So if, for example, a user had messaged your Facebook, business page before or has engaged with you in a messaging environment, you can then retarget them and start a conversation with them within the Messenger app. So there's a couple of options and a couple of places that this ad can drive to.
Oh, wow. So that seems like a potentially pretty big deal to start pushing ads towards one-to-one messages with users.
Yeah, it's awesome. And it's a great opportunity, I think, too, for bot use or chatbot use down the line.
Right. So focusing on the first placement you spoke about, just one that looks similar to the news feed that drives to a website. So this is not very different from what a lot of brands are already doing on just the regular Facebook app or desktop in terms of targeting. Is there a difference in targeting or cost, or is this just a new place to start putting the ads?
Yeah, great question. So, not a huge difference actually in targeting, not a huge difference in targeting. So, essentially, this running a messenger ad placement is as simple as sort of selecting messenger as a placement when you're building a Facebook campaign. So, the targeting, is very similar and almost exact to what you would target on Facebook.com or even Instagram. It has all the same targeting capabilities. So, interest targeting, custom audience targeting, all of the targeting capabilities that you're already using on your other Facebook ad campaigns or Instagram campaigns. So, in that sense, very easy to set up. They make it quite easy. It's not like you have to go to a completely different site that you would set up your campaign. It's just as easy as checking a box that you want your ads to run on Messenger Home, just like you would check the box to run on Instagram or check the box to run on Facebook Audience Network. So they make it quite easy. As far as targeting, again, all of the same capabilities that Facebook offers within all the other platforms. The one thing here, just to note, is that, Messenger is mobile only. So the reach may be a little bit lower just because it is mobile only. So you don't have that desktop version of it. And you want to just remember that not everyone has Messenger installed. So your reach numbers are going to be a little bit slightly lower than what they would be on like Facebook.com. But again, the numbers are only growing. So I don't expect that to be like a huge problem for advertisers moving forward.
Interesting. Makes sense. For the fifth year in a row, it is the year of mobile. So
Yeah, I
the
know.
audience is still
Yeah,
quite
it's
large.
going to be like 2030 and it's going to be the year of mobile.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's great to hear in terms of if I'm a marketer and want to bring to my client some opportunities for quick wins. But what do you think specifically where in the funnel these ad placements that show up in the chat feed, where in the funnel is that best to serve? Like what consumers am I talking to at that point?
Yeah, these ads, similarly to Facebook newsfeed ads, fit pretty much anywhere in the funnel. Messenger Home ads can be used in various stages. They can be used for brand awareness, so simply introducing users who are in your target market to your brand. You may not want them to take a specific action, but you may want them to be able to recall your brand or remember an image. So in that sense, it's great for brand awareness, especially if these guys and these users are opening their app sometimes like 3 times a day to talk to people. So just that brand awareness I think would be great as far as high funnel stuff goes, or high funnel marketing. Great for consideration. So middle of the funnel, engaging and enticing users who are in your target market to click and eventually visit your brand's site. So, opening that browser within Messenger and getting those users to your site so you can later then retarget them is huge and a great, way to use consideration in the funnel and get Messenger to help get those users to your site. And then lastly, for bottom of the funnel and more direct response, getting re-engagement for purchase, you can actually leverage just like a targeting audience that you would on Facebook. So for example, if you use custom audiences, which are essentially, customer lists that you already have uploaded in Facebook, which is either email lists or current customers or churned customers, you can use those target lists and segments in your Messenger ads as well. So if you're trying to re-engage a user or an old customer, in a conversation perhaps in Messenger, or you're trying to offer them a special promotion, you can use Messenger as a placement to sort of help convert them eventually.
Wow, great. So it sounds like it's a pretty open field with a lot of consumers. So something that a lot of people would probably be interested to start running. Um,
Yeah. Absolutely. I think it's still fairly new, so like as far as benchmarks and cost pers, I think the jury is still out on how successful the placement will be. But for some of the clients that we've run it for, the click through rate and the cost per link click is very similar to what we see within like a mobile newsfeed ad. So I think the results are going to be promising. Again, it's still really new, so I think we just need to get more advertisers to test it and see what happens.
Absolutely. Well, now with all this information, I feel like I'm a little bit ahead of the game now. Um,
Yeah.
so we've been focusing in this conversation on the ad that serves in the home tab and can drive to a chat or can drive to a website. And listeners may have noticed that this part of the episode is called Part One. So Alyssa, if you're up for joining us again, in part two, we will focus on Facebook Messenger ads and discussion more about chatbots and how uh, ads can serve within messages, and we can begin talking directly to customers. If you're available again to join us.
Yeah, would love it.
Okay, great. Well, thank you, Alyssa, and we will talk to you again soon.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. Please feel free to follow up with your thoughts or questions by emailing us at podcast@apiarydigital.com, follow and tweet us at apiarydigital, and subscribe to our show. The Hive is Alive is produced by Apiary Digital Media Collective. Editing help from Holly Hilton. Produced by Karnika Herados, Tess Berry, and Karen Amundsen. And we will see you around the water cooler.